New World's an open-world MMO set in an alternate version of the 17th century. It takes place on an island we call Aeternum.
It's a place of legend. It's a land of power and of treasure. It's a place where your choices matter.
You get to live a life that is full of danger and adventure on a supernatural continent that has only just been discovered.
We wanted to build this version of a haunted Eden. We wanted beautiful, picturesque landscapes with danger around every turn. There's these hints of supernatural and these things that show you're not really anywhere you've ever seen before.
Contrast is something that we really want players to feel as they move around the world. Every space they enter feels different and special from the space behind it. They feel like every hill they're going over, there's a new adventure.
Not many people know too much about Aeternum yet. I think that's where you come in as a player. And there are threats, but there's also opportunity.
Rumors swirl about the power and danger of the island, but the people who go there don't really know what they're going to find. It could be Shangri-La, or it could be something out of their worst nightmares.
The thing that gives Aeternum this power and makes it supernatural and special is there's this mineral that runs below the earth, and it's called Azoth, and it's known to have magical properties. Azoth can amplify things.
Azoth itself is not really a good or bad necessarily, it's just this pure, raw energy.
Azoth has power to change things.
It makes things more beautiful.
And deadly.
Azoth is different for everyone who sees it or knows about it. For some, it's the fountain of youth. For some, it's the philosopher's stone. For some, it's the living embodiment of God or the devil. But one thing's for sure is it gives you, the player, a lot of really interesting powers to play with.
When players arrive in Aeternum, they find evidence of other civilizations having been trapped there throughout history.
The whole world is open to you, and you're only limited by your skill and the difficulty of the enemies that you run into.
It's completely classless, so you choose how you want to play by choosing the equipment, and the weapons you choose also defines your play style. Players will have a lot of freedom to choose what they do and how they do it.
One of the fundamental tenets of New World has always been autonomy, and that manifests in every single system in the game.
The game adapts to the player and their play style. Want to become the best blacksmith or the best sword fighter? The progression system supports that. They just have to keep doing what they do best.
There's multiple settlements all over the world, and the corruption is always this invasive, aggressive force that's constantly trying to push back, trying to drive players out.
The corrupted have massive armies growing in the north, and some of their influences are beginning to trickle down to the south, where players are trying to build their homes. And they have a very particular idea of how the power of Aeternum should be used.
The world is going to push back against you in a couple of interesting ways. For one thing, as you grow more powerful and you head deeper into the world, obviously there's going to be resistance to come up and meet you. But one of the most exciting things about the game is that as you and other players begin to form settlements and you begin to push back the things in the woods, they'll come for you. You're gonna find some really interesting battles that have to get fought in order to keep your foothold in this world.